Hello friends, this is Durga from IT University. As part of setting up plain vanilla Hadoop on a single node VM, in this video I will try to cover how to set up Hive. There are multiple steps that are involved. First we need to download and install Hive, and then we have to point our metastore DB to a MySQL database, and then we need to validate whether our setup is proper or not. This video will not cover Hive architecture and all. If you want to understand Hive architecture, there are other videos which you can take care of, which you can look into. This will primarily provide you instructions how to set it up on a single node virtual machine. And the purpose of this is for you to practice all the demonstrations which I will be doing on as part of my content on my channel. You don't need to have a 16 GB laptop and have Cloudera or Hortonworks VM to practice. Instead, you can have a low-end laptop also, and then you can follow this playlist, set up all the necessary components on your VM, and then you can practice on this. So first we need to make sure that our VM is up and running. Hadoop 271 is already up and running. This is the VM which I am using to demonstrate this. And as so far I have installed Hadoop, HBase, and in a root directory, and then I migrated it to a common location called software, so that any user can actually access without restricting themselves to the root home directory. So first we need to download Hive. I will be using a terminal, or you can use Cygwin to do that. First I need to connect to the VM, and this is the location where we have all the softwares. We have Hadoop, we have HBase, and now we will be setting up Hive on this. So first we need to download that. You can go to Google and say Hive download. Click on this one, click on download a release now, and click on this one, whatever the URL they suggest. Go here and then right click on this. If you follow my videos, you will have all the necessary tools. So on the VM you can directly use a command called wget. It's a Linux command to get files from internet, and you can paste the URL by right clicking on this copy link location, and then here you can paste that URL and hit enter. So I think I'm behind firewall and it is restricting. I already have the downloaded version on my PC. So instead of downloading on the VM, I will actually SCP the downloaded version. Sorry, I have to go to the downloads. So this is the Hive which we need to SCP. So I can say SCP Apache Hive to root at hadoop271.itversity.com. I have to give the path. Tilde, and all my softwares are under location called /software. Hit enter. It will ask for password, and then it will copy the zip file over there. Then we have to SSH, and then go to software. You can see the Hive binaries here. We can install by running tar xdf command, which will untar the tarball. If wget command works, once the wget is done, you have to run this command in the appropriate location. If you follow the same procedure, you should be in a /software location. Copy the tarball over there and then run this command. it will enter into a directory called Apache Hive 121 minus bin, and this is the location where you will have all the Hive binaries. And then you can go to that directory, run ls-ltr command, and then you will see bin directory, which will have all the necessary commands here. So once the installation is done, you need to update the configuration so that it actually connect to MySQL database. For that, you can go to conf directory, ls-ltr. You can see there are templates here. One of them is hive default.xml.template. Either you can create hive default.xml or hivesite.xml. In my case, I will be creating hivesite.xml, a new file, and then I will only upload add those parameters which are related to mapping our metastore database to a MySQL database. If you open this template and search for JDO, you can see several parameters like connection password, multi-thread, connection URL, etc. All these things has to be updated with the MySQL details. If you see, it is actually using Derby here. Derby is the in-memory database, single user database, and you can run Hive against that also, but it is not a good practice. You should mimic the production as much as possible, or the real environment as much as possible. So we need to point it to MySQL database. So what we can do is, we can go to Google here, and you can say Hive MySQL configuration. You can get anything, any URL. In this case, I will be using Cloudera URL. And here you can see these parameters. So we need connection URL, we need connection driver name, we need connection username, we need connection password. So these are the parameters which we need to have. Okay. And that's it. And also you can have auto create schema. If the schema is not there, it will try to create the schema automatically. So we can copy these parameters. These are the only parameters which we need in hivesite.xml file. Rest of the stuff we will take the defaults, and it should be enclosed in a main tag called configuration. So I am adding that one to the hivesite.xml file. Okay, and also I want to just add 2 spaces. Anyway, I will, no need of that, I will just leave it like this. Okay, now we need to point it to MySQL database, and for that we need to have before updating this file, we need to make sure under lib directory, under /software hive lib, you should have MySQL connector. And we already installed, if you follow my videos, there is a video where I have installed MySQL database on the VM, and as part of that I have installed MySQL connector Java. What it will do is, it will create a file under user share Java. So it will download the latest connector, and it will create a soft link with this name. So you need to have this jar file under the Hive lib. For that, we can create a soft link like this. You can give any path here, and then MySQL connector java.jar, and then you can do ls-ltr. Now we have a soft link to the original jar file. Now Hive is aware of where the location of the jar file, and now we can actually connect to MySQL. Again, I am going to conf directory. I am opening hivesite.xml file. In this, I have to change the host name. My host name is Hadoop 271.itversity.com. Metastore is the database name, and here I will use the Hive as the username, and password I will change it to itversity. Okay, and then save it. And also I need to say auto create schema to true, so that it actually create all the Hive metadata tables in this database called metastore. So once we change the configuration, we have to connect to MySQL database, and we have to create the database. So password is itversity in my case. Okay, now if you say show databases, it has information schema MySQL retail underscore DB. It does not have metastore database. So we have to create database metastore, and then I have to create a user called Hive. Create user Hive identified by itversity, and hit enter. User is created, and then I have to grant all permissions, all on metastore.star to Hive, and then we have to flush privileges and exit. So far what we have done, we have installed Hive, we have made necessary changes to the configuration file, and we have created a database in MySQL with name metastore. We can validate -u Hive -p, password is itversity, and you can run show databases, use metastore. So we are connecting to metastore DB, and show tables. There are no tables now. Now you can do exit and cd. Before starting, so to connect to Hive and to start creating tables, you need to start a metastore server, which is called as Hive server, and that will be in software Apache Hive, and in this there is a directory called bin, and then you have a command called Hive server 2. If you run this, your Hive metastore server will be up and running, which will be able to connect to the MySQL database whenever it is required, and this has to be up and running all the time for you to connect to Hive command line interface and start creating the tables. Okay, and but to start it, we need to set some environment variables the same way what we are doing so far. We have to say vi tilde dot bash profile and hit enter. Here we have to add couple of lines. Export Hive underscore home equal to software slash so this is my Hive home. Copy and then I have to paste that path here. This is my Hive home, and then I have to append to the path equal to $path. I am appending to the existing path Hive underscore home slash bin. Okay, once you update that, you need to run this command to get to reflect those environment variables in this session, and then you can say Hive. Now if you try to launch Hive command line, it will fail because it Hive server is not up and running. Oh, interesting. Show tables, show databases. Okay, let me try to create table. testing int, enter, insert into testing, insert into table testing values 1. So I am validating. Ideally, it should not do this. Probably it might be creating all these things in a Derby database. That's why it is working. Typically, it should not do that. Let's see what happens. Okay, I can select star from testing, exit. Now if I actually go to MySQL minus u Hive minus p, use metastore, show tables. Okay, I think when I run Hive itself, it actually started the Hive server and it started creating the tables. Let me see. Okay, I think Hive server is not required for this. When I run it for the first time, it has created everything we are looking for. If you see now, metastore server, Hive server is not running. Hive server is required if you want to connect remotely to the Hive database. As of now, our installation and configuration is successful. Hive server, starting the Hive server is not important here. It has created all the metadata tables. For example, when I run for the first time, you didn't see any tables, but now when I log in as Hive and connect to metastore database and run show tables, it has created all these tables, and these tables are created when we actually run Hive after configuration changes are done. So we have successfully installed Hive on our PC. We have pointing to MySQL for metastore DB, and also we have validated by running create table command, which has created the table successfully, and then we have inserted a single record with 1, and you can see that when I query this table select star from testing, it is retrieving the record that is inserted. Also at the HDFS level, when you set up Hive, you can run this command Hadoop fs-ls user. It will create a directory called Hive under user, and also under user Hive there is a directory called warehouse. This will be the default location. If you want to change this, you can change it by adding a new parameter in our configuration files. ls-ltr, you can actually go to the template hive default.xml.template, and here you can set for warehouse. So this is the parameter. You can add this to the hivesite.xml if you want to override, but we have only updated 5 parameters which are primarily related to pointing our metastore DB to MySQL instead of using Derby, which is default. That being said, I hope you will be enjoying the content on the channel. If you like this video, please click on the like button. If you want to provide the feedback, please use the comment section of the video. If you have any questions, please use Stack Overflow to raise your questions. I will be closely monitoring if you tag them properly, and I will be answering your questions. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. You will get to see a lot more content like this. Especially as part of plain vanilla Hadoop, I will show you step by step how we can add each individual tool and use the plain vanilla Hadoop VM with 4 GB RAM to practice exercises with respect to Hadoop successfully. Thank you. Bye.